Let's move on and talk about Harry and Meghan and a warm welcome to former royal editor at the Sun, Charlie Rae. Hi, Charlie.
Morning.
Here we go again. Now, Harry and Meghan have snapped up the rights to film a best-selling book in Hollywood. Basically, they bought a book called Meet Me at the Lake by former journalist turned author Carley Fortune, who's made a fortune because the gruesome twosome Harry and Meghan have given her £3 million for the rights to her book. It's all about childhood trauma over losing a parent in a car crash, mental health and postnatal depression. Do you see a pattern building up? They want to make a movie of themselves, don't they?
They do, and don't forget about the drugs and the fact it's based in Toronto, where Meghan lived as well. You'd have thought this woman, this Carley Fortune, had actually written this book about Harry and Meghan. She hasn't. I mean, it's a piece of fiction. You know, Harry and Meghan have snapped up this book, which sold 37,000 copies in the first week of its publication in May. So it's a what we would call a bestseller. And the big question is why the publishers have gone to Harry and Meghan, who've never produced anything in their life apart from two children. Why they would choose them and not a more established production people in Hollywood. That's quite remarkable. I mean, this is their first delve into fiction. Well, sorry, it's their second delve into fiction if you count their Netflix documentaries. So they're doing this obviously to make money, because that's the point of being a producer. You put up the money, you are the money men, you put up the money for the film, and then of course you reap the benefits if it is a seller in the cinemas. But let's not forget one thing: the Hollywood writers are all on strike, so nothing's going to be done.
There is that
in the very near future.
Yeah, and what do they know about producing a major movie? By the way, the subjects tackled in this book, they sound to me the stuff of a really, really, really dreary film. So I think Harry and Meghan, even if they get to make it, will probably lose their money. In terms of the author, Carley Fortune, getting $3.2 million, when you get offered that to option a book, you take it. Tom Wolfe, the famous classic novelist from America, used to sell the rights to his books for, you know, enormous amounts of money to the studios, and then he said then at that point he would turn his back, walk away, never go anywhere near the film set and leave them to ruin it.
And I think Carley and the publishers should take heed of the words from Jeffrey Zimmer, the chief executive officer of United Talent Agency. Turns out Meghan Markle, he said, was not a great audio talent or necessarily any kind of talent. And you know, just because you're famous doesn't make you great at something. So I think, you know, you've got to really sort of listen to those words, because I'm not so sure that they've chosen the best people to do this job.
What about their love story, Charlie? They're keen to revive it in terms of the way we're perceiving them, because Harry's about to go to Africa to film some dreary, worthy documentary or something. And she's staying here, or staying in America. And there's been talk of them leading increasingly separate lives. But then all of a sudden, miraculously, at the end of last week, out comes a video of them looking very lovey-dovey. They are mysteriously caught attending a local flash restaurant in Montecito in California to celebrate her 42nd birthday. When people start saying, wait, we haven't seen we haven't seen Meghan for ages, maybe they're separating, guess what? Suddenly there are scenes of great togetherness given to us by a happy couple.
To be fair to them, you know, the gossip mongers have gone on the social media from the point that they walked down the aisle to say this marriage isn't going to last and everything else. There's no evidence whatsoever, as you and I have discussed before, that the marriage is in trouble. Where they are in trouble is their business ventures. You know, Spotify have dumped them. Netflix are sort of hovering.
They're on the edge, aren't they? I mean, I assume, by the way, Charlie, I should have mentioned this earlier, I assume they're making a song and dance about this film to keep Netflix happy, because Netflix, we hear, have not been happy with their production rate, which is not surprising considering they basically just about managed one series of nasty snipes at the royal family.
Their only contribution to the world has been this series of shows that they did, apart from the Oprah Winfrey Show, of course, a series of shows slagging off the royal family. Well, they've done all that. They cannot keep doing it. So they've now got to do something else. And they're now choosing, quite rightly, to be behind the camera rather than in front of it, because that's not been a great success for them. And it's only, you know, if this works for them, then they're back on keel again to get, you know, money back in and be treated as worthy producers in Hollywood. But, you know, Kevin, as you well know, that's a difficult line to get into. You know what? You got to choose the right product. You've got to pick the right people to direct it. You've got to choose the right actors, you know, to star in it. It's a big thing about, you know, about this. And just because you've appeared in Suits doesn't make you an expert in Hollywood.
Yeah, I fear for them. They're lambs to the slaughter in Tinseltown with all of this, I'll tell you. And they've already shown they don't know much about hit movies, because this stuff, worthy though it is, stories about like parents dying and drugs and mental health issues, steamy sex scenes as well. You know, what sells in Hollywood is superheroes. This is the opposite of that. And I don't think this film will work. They've already showed their naivety. So good luck to them. At least they're trying to get something going. But I don't see that it's going to work out for them. Charlie, great to talk to you. As always, there it is. Meet Me at the Lake by Carley Fortune. Soon to be a movie, as produced by Harry and Meghan. Maybe, eh?